was a dream where I was in a train back home to my home in Germany. Um, and in that train was a junkie, like he was very skinny, and he was eating a sub, like a sandwich from Subway. And I was talking with him. I know. First, it was like it's again that prison theme. Like I was in the train, and I couldn't escape that train, and that train somehow not didn't stop in my village. It continued driving, and I was with a few friends also, and we were like trapped in that train. And I was talking with that junkie, and yeah, he was saying he's taking ecstasy and crystal meth and stuff like that. I was talking like that. Yeah, and I played with the driver of the train also rock, paper, scissors, and if I win, he will stop in my village. That was some little side fact. Yeah, but at the end, somehow it happened that I actually arrived in my village in Germany at the station where it, and then I wanted to go home, and I noticed that that junkie I was talking to walks behind me, and then I was so scared. I run, and he ran behind me, and I ran till I was home, and I opened my door, and he even wanted to run inside my house, and I needed to push to even close my door that he not come inside, and then the dream ended.
Okay, yeah, so I think the train represents a psychological state of transition. It's on a track, which means you're on a psychological track of transition. And the rock, paper, scissors probably represents your, like I said, you like to experiment or take chances. And I think, like I mentioned in the other dream, a part of you likes to explore, take risks. So, in a way, gamble with your life, like kind of see what a part of you is like, let's see what happens. So the interesting thing here to note is you're going back to your home in Germany, which could represent two things: the objective or subjective factor. So the objective factor meaning that you are actually returning home to your house in Germany in reality, or a psychological state back to your psychological house in Germany, like the way you thought before, uh, like before you went on your adventures. The junkie could represent, yeah, I would say I agree with what you mentioned, that he's your shadow aspect, that you're either afraid to take home with you, or if we take it as the second interpretation of returning back to Germany as a psychological state, of regressing back to that state psychologically, which is why you don't want him to come with you, because you push him out. You essentially say, no, I don't want. I'm scared of you to come here. Um, but like we always talk about with shadows, he just wants to be loved, and there's a way you can transmute that energy into something healthy. Like it doesn't have to be drugs. Uh, it's just trying to represent like uh, this part of you, the experimental, the part of you that loves to experiment with things, with feelings. Like drugs are about experimenting with ways to feel differently using a medium. There are different ways you can go about that. Like for like I always share with you in life that I do boxing to let my shadow out. There's definitely a way you can figure out how to let your shadow out. And it's probably difficult for you now because of the you're a father and you're a partner to your girlfriend, um, and then you have your family. So uh, that that bit of rebellious side to you is currently being repressed, and he's trying to come out. he's he's literally chasing you. He doesn't seem to be dangerous, which is good news. He just wants to be uh, expressed, and then I think once you integrate him, he will help you so much, and you won't be afraid to let him into your life again, and you wouldn't be regressing at all. So don't be afraid, and your dreams make a lot of sense. I think the train being trapped is like you're in a state of transition, whether you like it or not, and the house is either you're you can decide if you want to regress or to evolve. I think that's what the the two it could be two meanings actually, I think, in your dream. Oh yeah, and about the junkie being very skinny, it shows you because you lacked or neglected that part of you, he's malnourished, and therefore he's eating a sandwich because he's unfed, he's unmet, and you don't want him to die. It, um, you don't want that part to die off of you because your shadow is important. So that's another way to interpret him being malnourished or very skinny.
Yo, and thank you for the interpretation. That was very accurate, I think, and made a lot of sense. A lot of, or I had a few aha moments. That with the rock paper scissors definitely sounded correct. Like there's definitely a part who wants to take more risks inside of me because I feel like, especially now that I'm back here, it's it's pretty safe, maybe too safe. It's also good. I should also maybe embrace the safeness, and it's something I craved for a long time. But anyway, I think that part I could somehow fulfill with my new venture. And the junkies and the home thing was also very accurate. And I definitely feel excited about it, and I want to integrate that junkie part of me. And in so many ways, I have it. Even my uncle said to me, or he always says to me, because I uh, celebrated New Year with him. He says to me, I have that junkie part in me who always, even when I was a kid, who is obsessed with something for a very short time, but during that short time, I'm so obsessed with things. It could be a game, it could be a football, it could be anything. Yeah, I somehow want to integrate that. And yeah, thank you very much for the interpretation. It was nice.